this is kind of confusing, but it's all going to make sense. So what you want to do is you want to look at your upload speed. Whatever your upload speed is, if it's 5, cut it in half. Send half of it. So if it's at 5, send 2,500. So if it's at 5,000, send 2,500. If it's at 5 megs, send 2,500. Okay? 5 megs is 5,000 kilobits. If you have 10 megabits per second, set it to 6,000. And that's about the max you want to send for a good 1080 stream on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer. Now I'm working on another video that talks specifically about Mixer and Twitch and why you don't want to do that unless you're partnered. If you're not partnered, you only want to send 720, and you only want to send between 3,000 and 3,500 kilobits per second, even if you have a gig up and down. And I'll cover that in another video. Now let's talk about YouTube. YouTube has several different versions of a stream that you can send out. Regular latency, low latency, and ultra low latency. Now, if you are trying to build an engaging community, you want to select ultra low latency. And for that, you want to set your bitrate at between 4,500 and 5,500 kilobits per second. Now, YouTube recommends 4,500 kilobits per second for that setting. But that's just so that you're not sending as much data, so that people aren't processing as much and you're able to have more real-time conversations. Now, if you're going to go just regular low latency, you want to do about 6,000 kilobits per second if your internet can handle it. If you've got 5 megabits per second upload, obviously you can't do that. So if you have 5, you're going to definitely want to use low latency mode, ultra low latency, because why not? If you can't send the max anyway, then you might as well get the biggest benefit out of your connection. So you're not going to focus as much on quality, you're going to focus more on the conversation and engaging with your community. And then you can also select regular latency, and when I do that, I generally send about 10,000 kilobits per second or 10 megs up. But I've got a gig up and down. You don't want to send 10 or 10,000 kilobits unless you have about 20 megabits per second upload. You just have to compensate for the fluctuation. Now, if you had 15, you could maybe get away with it, but I wouldn't. I always say go half of what you have. Whatever you have, upload, cut it in half, and that is your bitrate. And by the way, I show you how to do all of this in our very low-cost studio workshop. If you just head over to livestreamingpros.com/studio, we get more in-depth into all this stuff, and you can actually ask us questions, and we can help you get things set up. So now that you know how to set your bitrate, it's going to really improve your streams. And what I have found, a lot of people, what happens is they don't realize that they can actually send more to a platform. So just for reference, if you're sending a stream to Facebook, set it to 4,000 kilobits. If you're sending it to Twitch, send it to 6,000. If you're sending it to Mixer, set it to 6,000. Unless you're not partnered. If you're not partnered on either one of those platforms, set it to 720 and 3,000 to 3,500 on both Twitch and Mixer. Again, I'll cover that in another video, but it's very important, trust me. And for YouTube, set it to 4,500 to 5,000 for ultra low latency, set it to 5 to 6,000 for low latency, and set it to 6 to 10,000 for regular. That's all you need to know. Bitrate does not have to be that hard. Again, simple. Cut it in half. If you have 2 megabits per second upload, unfortunately, unless you're using your phone, you're not really going to be able to stream. Not good quality. So do 720 and get as much out of it as you can. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next video.